Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for January 23rd, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below where I'll have a link to each story I talk about in the order I talk about them so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It helps us out because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows that you enjoy. Well, it's been a very busy week. So let's get into it because a lot happened just this morning. Starting off with Comcast reported that they lost 149,000 TV subscribers in the final 3 months of 2019. So in the fourth quarter, they lost that. That is a slight improvement, which is not unusual. A lot compared to the third quarter, where they lost 238,000. Third quarter is a very busy move season. College students moving, people buying homes, moving into new school districts, and more, where you see a lot of movement in that period, as opposed to people buying and moving and changing homes in like Thanksgiving, Christmas time. So not unusual, you see a little drop there. Be interesting is a lot of people cut the cord in January. A lot of New Year's resolutions kind of things come in where it's about saving money. And then they do that by cutting the cord. We see a lot of movements in the new year as people are doing their taxes and they're figuring out their budgets to make sure that everything going forward. And TV companies often find themselves at the wrong end of that. So it'll be very interesting. But 149,000 subscribers is a significant loss in there. They did add a lot of high-speed internet customers. As people are ditching satellite TV, they're often going to get internet from like Comcast or swapping around. Now it'll be interesting to see, like I said, what happens. What happens when Comcast has to face competition from SpaceX and Amazon Internet, 5G, fixed wireless, and more, which has been rolling out nationwide. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. You know my theory, cord cutting 2.0 will get started in 2020. As we see more and more internet options come out, people will be looking for ways to not only ditch Comcast for TV, but ditch Comcast for internet also. That's a real serious thing for them to consider. We'll see how it plays out in the end. But let me know, were you one of the 149,000 people who canceled? See, what's even more scary there is people actually added Comcast. There are people who added Comcast. So the total number of people who actually left and walked away from Comcast is a much bigger number. But you got to take in all those people on early promos right now, which are less profitable customers than the ones who are the people paying $2, $3, or more $100, and the old plans that just all the promo rates had dropped off and more. So keep that in mind. It's kind of one of those things. Same with the YouTube channels, it happens, right? You're always adding. And you're always losing too, but you always want you want more people joining than the people are losing. Accounts shut down, people abandon it, and more. So keep that in mind. All right. Speaking of cable TV losses, a cable TV company in Kansas, a smaller one, has announced plans to shut down their TV service and promote streaming. So Rainbow Communications, which is a small cable company in Kansas, one of the things to remember is there's a lot more small cable companies than the big giant conglomerates out there. But they are joining a growing number of small cable providers who are announcing that they're shutting down their TV. Rainbow Communications this summer, they will stop offering TV, and they're helping their customers pick a streaming service to replace it. This is going to become more and more common, and it is the way I've said for years this would happen. The small companies would bail out, and increasingly that would put pressure on the bigger ones. So, how many of these done it? I'm not sure. I know of about 4 or 5 small cable companies now who have said we're walking away from TV, we're going to go internet only. In their mind, they see this as a great way to cut their costs. Why be investing in TV when I'm getting fewer customers, I'm spending less money on it, but cable channels want more money, they want to charge me more, I have to upgrade the infrastructure and do more to try to compete. You got Dish and Satellite offering these upgraded equipment. If I'm a small cable company, do I invest in upgrading our equipment to bring new like voice remotes to try to compete with Dish and DIRECTV? Or do I just say, hey, here's YouTube TV, here's Sling, here's AT&T TV Now, or whatever it may be. So let me know. How does this play out for you? I'd love to hear from you. But keep a close eye on this. If you notice any other small cable companies in your market shutting down, go to corecarsnews.com, click on the Contact Us, send me an email. Try to be as descriptive as possible. Tips like this are a huge help in us finding out what's happening. Try to be everywhere, but thanks to you, we can. So thanks to everybody who sent in the tip about this shutting down. Speaking of satellite TV, AT&T is having a little bit of trouble with one of their satellites. There was a unexplained malfunction, is I think how they called it, in one of the DIRECTV satellites, and AT&T is racing to prevent it from exploding. The thermal protection of the batteries has been damaged, and they are very concerned that the batteries could explode, taking the whole satellite with it. You don't want that, because when a satellite explodes in space, the pieces go everywhere. And space, well, it's still fairly empty. I know it sounds crowded, but there's still a lot of room up there. But there's enough up there now where you're worried about a chunk from that satellite unexpectedly exploding, damaging other satellites or other pieces, or just having more debris in space. So AT&T is racing to try to burn off the propellant, to try to move it out of harm's way before the end of February. They're worried. Right now they're trying to run it off of solar panels only, so they don't use the batteries. They're worried if they use the batteries and charge them, it will maybe cause them to explode. They're trying to get this all done before the satellite enters into the shadow of Earth, preventing it from using its solar panels and losing control of the satellite. So they hope by the end of February that they will have this moved into a safer orbit, but for now there's a serious risk of exploding. To make this even more complicated, AT&T has announced that they don't intend to launch any more satellites. This satellite was intended to run through 2025. Now it's dying 5 years early. AT&T says they're looking at rearranging satellites. This one was a backup satellite. Well, that's fine for now. Not primary. If you're DIRECTV, you're probably not losing any service or any channels or anything, but it does reduce their capacity, that if something would happen in the future, if another satellite would go down for some reason, AT&T may find themselves in a harder spot with DIRECTV faster than expected. Now, things like this are rare. Who knows what caused the damage? An impact by a stray particle, another satellite out there, an internal failure. You know, batteries. I had a car battery once where it just kind of cracked open one day and it was leaking in the car. So it is possible that it's been launched now for about 15 years. It launched in 2005. You know, maybe the 15 years just something that kind of wore out in it, or maybe a minor imperfection over 15 years has presented itself. So we'll keep a close eye on this. But I think the main story here is AT&T is losing backup. They've announced that, hey, we intend to move more people off satellite eventually, but I don't think they intended it to happen this fast. So will it turn into a long-term impact here? Will we, a year from now, when another satellite maybe has a malfunction or needs to go down for maintenance, will that be when we notice, like, hey, wow, there's some blackouts happening in parts of the country for AT&T's DIRECTV because the satellites are getting old and starting to wear out? We'll see. AT&T should have enough equipment for now to keep them going until they can move most of their customers over to their new AT&T TV service. But we'll see if they make it. You know, too many satellite accidents could dramatically change that. Speaking of AT&T and issues, AT&T TV Now is down for many subscribers. It's happening here at our office. If you try to log in on their website, you can't get in. Other people who were already in are fine, but it seems to be an issue with AT&T TV Now's login. And some people are saying they're being disconnected, asked to re-log in. When they try to re-log in, they're not able to get in. But as of this morning, when I'm recording this on January 23rd, if you're experiencing AT&T TV Now issues, you are not alone. It is a issue with their sign-in. AT&T has not commented on it. We'll keep you up to date once we learn more. All right. If you love documentaries, love classic Discovery programming, CuriosityStream has been in place for you for a while. CuriosityStream is was created by the original founder of Discovery Channel. Includes a lot of personalities from like the Science Network and more. Well, yesterday they announced they have topped 13 million paying subscribers and that they are rolling out a new set of ads to promote the service. Love to hear some feedback. I love this kind of stuff. I always love the Science Channel. Seeing some of the same faces here on CuriosityStream has been amazing. I think it's great, especially with some of the promos they've been doing, like $10 for an entire year, with it, if you count the Amazon credit they did last year. I think it was like $12 or something for an entire year during Black Friday and their Christmas sale. So I'm very excited to see this back, and or this success for them, a 13 million, would put them firmly as one of the top tier streaming services. Right now, once you get above, I think, 10 million, you're kind of considered one of the top streaming services. A lot of streaming services out there have less than 10 million subscribers. You know, you think about how big YouTube TV and all these sound, they have well under 10 million subscribers. So to say CuriosityStream has 13 million paying, that's all of AT&T TV Now, Sling, Hulu Live TV, just the Live TV side, YouTube TV, Fubo, and more combined. They have more subscribers than that in total. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of all these services. Let me know what you think of CuriosityStream. Maybe your review would help somebody else learn more about what they're doing and which one they should get. All right, next up, the president of and CEO of the Hallmark Channel is leaving. So the man who's been in charge of the Hallmark channels, including the drama and the Hallmark Movies and Mystery Channel and more, has announced that he will be exiting Crown Media after a very long time. Not very uncommon to see a lot of these move around. Sorry about the sirens, not sure if you can hear that, but we're on a pretty busy intersection. But Crown Media, the parent company between the Hallmark Channel and more, has said that they'll be replacing him. They're very happy with his work over the long time, and it was basically his decision to move on to other projects, other challenges. So be interested to see where he ends up. It'll be interesting to see if this has any long-term impact on the future of the Hallmark Channel. Hallmark was for a long time a severe holdout on cord cutting. They were one of the later channels to join the movement, to really get behind it. They dipped their toe for a while, but they didn't really commit to cord cutting and making their channel available to cord cutters until very late in the game, compared to some others like Disney. So it's really interesting to see how his departure will affect that, if they'll be even more bullish on cord cutting or less bullish on cord cutting. A lot of that would depend on who the new president and CEO is. So get your predictions in. Do you think they'll bring somebody in that's more cord cutting friendly or less cord cutting friendly? Let me know. Well, hey, special welcome to everybody who is new here. We're almost at 143,000 subscribers. Could hit that today, definitely tomorrow. So welcome to everybody. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Help us hit 143,000 YouTube subscribers. Would really appreciate it. So we're very grateful for your support. We look forward to very exciting things to come. So thank you to everybody for all your kind words, all your kind comments. We'll be back tomorrow with another cord cutting today. So take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Be safe out there and stay warm.